A player being this big, being able to get to his spots, he's got a deep bag, on ball, off ball offensively, plays great defense, playmaking. It's a rare thing in the NBA. And the Celtics just won with a pair of forwards very similar to this. So it's just something to watch over the course of the season. When I did my top 100 list, somebody asked me who outside of my top 15 had the best chance of getting to the top 5, I think. And I did say Paolo Banchero was the guy because you see it all right there. The skill set required to reach the top 5. He has all of it. It's just finding that efficiency, getting more comfortable, and just more playmaking reps. All of these things are going to contribute to him taking a ginormous step forward. He was an all-star a year ago. I think All-NBA could be a thing this year, especially if the Magic are a good basketball team. And they did look really good last night. I mean, this was a Heat team that looked pathetic out there. Genuinely, they looked awful. The Heat did. Going through the motions, the second half was just a disaster. Paolo's hitting threes off the screens. He's talking shit immediately after. I'm bought in. I'm here. Little spin move, getting downhill with that size. You got to foul him. It's very, LeBron-esque when he gets downhill like that. It's just a player that big and strong. There's only so many different things that you can do to stop him. And that thing is typically fouling. So, something to monitor as we move forward through this NBA season is Paolo Banchero's potential leap into superstardom. He's got all the tools. Every single one of them. Look at that little behind the back pass that he had to Franz as well. Getting the little binoculars afterwards. I mean, those are the plays I'm talking about. He's been a good playmaker since he entered the league. He has some stupid turnovers from time to time, but playmaking's always been in his bag. Playmaking has been in Franz's bag. KCP was 0-5 in this game. 3 points. Looked really good defensively. Didn't even hit a shot. They put up 116 and they win by 20 or 19 points. I feel like I might have been a little bit low on this Magic team, putting them 6th in the Eastern Conference. I didn't really want to do it. It's just how it shaped up for me, but they're definitely a team that can finish as high as the 3 seed and could even make a push for the 2 seed. I don't think that's really outside of the realm of possibility, as crazy as it might sound. They're another one of these teams. I talked about this on my stream last night, my playback stream. These teams, last year, the Boston Celtics were the only team in the NBA to attempt 43s a game. I think they're at 42 or something like that. The only team in the league. In preseason, 16 teams did it. Now, that's preseason. You don't want to look too deep into that. But so far this season, teams are letting that shit fly. And the Magic put up 49 three-point attempts last night. This is a team that you don't really think about being a three-point shooting team, but if Paolo's going to be shooting 8 threes, we saw this with Anthony Edwards as well. These superstars that aren't like usually high-volume three-point guys, we might start to see a shift there. Anthony Edwards, he said that he's going to shoot more threes. Paolo might shoot more threes. I guarantee you, the Thunder tip off tonight, their opening game of the season. I guarantee you Shea is going to shoot more threes this season than he has in year past. Now, I had the Cavs and the Pacers over the Magic. I had the Sixers in the play-in tournament. Thank God. I read that situation immediately. 28 assists as well for the Magic. They're moving the ball well. Anthony Black looks good. This is somebody who could be somebody to watch over the course of the season. If he takes a second-year leap, looks more comfortable on the basketball court. He's somebody who could get really big minutes for them, as in closing time, potentially, if they need that playmaking on the court, because I do think he's their best playmaker there. I think he's the best playmaker that they've got. And, I mean, in the year of our Lord, 2024, Gary Harris is out there going 6 of 9 from 3. I mean, Gary Harris has been in trade rumors for this Magic team since he got here. Every trade window, trade deadline or offseason that passes and Gary Harris is still on the Magic, it's like, oh, okay. They're keeping him, huh? All right. Hey, good for Gary Harris then. But this Magic team, they have a nice look about them. They look like a serious team. I mean, they were a serious team a year ago, but something about them last night. The way that they composed themselves, the way Paolo played, looked like they had 2 stars on the court. That's just something about them. They might be fucking good, guys. They might be a really good basketball team this year. And they played that incredible defense. I mean, Jimmy Butler was a non-factor in this game. Again, 3 points on 1 of 8 shooting. Come on, Jimmy. Come on, man. Bam Adebayo was 1 of 8. I'm sorry, Jimmy Butler was 1 of 8. Did I say he was 1 of 5? Bam Adebayo was 1 of 5. Those two combined for 2 made baskets. But something else to monitor. 26 minutes for Bam. I talked about this in the preseason. I talked about this a little bit in the preseason for Bam in his trends in the last 20 or so games of the season last year, where he was attempting at least a 3 a game. 2 3-pointers last night. He didn't make them, but he attempted 2 of them. He's trying to extend his game a little bit, which is interesting. We'll see how it pans out for him. And Terry Rozier, I saw Heat fans were starting to get incredibly frustrated by Terry Rozier. I saw somebody in their subreddit was like, "Are we ever going to get a game from Terry Rozier where he shoots over 40% from the field?" No. No, you're not. Okay. That is the Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier and Tyler Hero backcourt is objectively pretty hilarious. I thought if we're going to talk nicely about the Heat, I did think that Jovic had a couple of nice moments, and I'm very intrigued by him as a player. I mean, in a game where they got blown the fuck out, he was at 0. He had a 0 on-off in a game where they lost by 21 or 19 points. And again, that score really wasn't as close as it felt. I thought he had some nice plays. 1 of 7 from 3. I mean, the Heat as a team shot 32% from 3. But I don't know. Do we take too much away from this opening game? For the Magic, I would say yes. Very encouraging. I mean, if Paolo's really taking this leap, 30 years is where we start to see it from these guys. If Paolo's taking a true top 15-ish player in the league leap, then yes, this Magic team, the sky is the limit for them. I think they might need some more playmaking, and Franz is just really going to have to lock in. But they're a team that is like scary in the playoffs even. I'm not saying they can be a 2-seed or a 3-seed. I'm saying they can make a legitimate run in the postseason with their size, with their defense, and just having 2 do-it-all forwards. That is a recipe for success.